Alright troops, how's it going? Back again with another watch review bought from AliExpress on the pursuit of affordable watches. Now, as you remember, the last one I did, was a nice watch. So I'm hoping again for the same thing. So this is a wristwatch 12 MG blah 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 in blue. Now, this is one I really wanted. I've seen this watch for a couple of weeks now, and I kind of made an impulse decision to get it just before payday. I thought, you know what, it'll be worth it. So let's hope that this is paid off. So, nice packaging. Sadly, no box this time like the last one, but I will show later on how much this was bought for and paid for. For the fact that there is no box doesn't surprise me. This was a very cheap watch, but it's one I really wanted. And what I'm going to do with this video is unbox it, unravel it, show it to you, and then I'm going to pause it. I'm on my lunch break from work, working from home, so I'm going to wear it for the full day, and then when I'm done, give you a good review how it felt. So it's this, the Megir. Now immediately you will know this is based off a very popular watch. I don't have the money for such a popular watch, but I did have the money for this one. So what do we get? We get one that looks like a Tag Monaco. Of course, that's where you've seen it. This is a very iconic watch worn, and iconic actually isn't the word. This is a stalwart in lovely watches. Now, this is an M2182. So you apologise for any condensation you see. It is very cold in this room. So we'll take off the little thing, set it to the time. It's now just before one. That actually allows me to keep track of when I'm due back at work. There we go. And away it goes. And you know what? I'm really impressed. This is a beautiful watch to behold. And looking at some of the features here, we've got a chronometer. I'll have to work on that. But we do have a time window, so that's always good. I'll need to read this as to why this isn't working. Not a good start, but I would assume it's probably me. What have we got on the back here? Anti-counterfeiting. Megir. Now, it's a bit cheeky that you've put anti-counterfeiting on when this is an absolute rip-off of a very popular watch. But then again, it's not identical. Later on, I will show... Oh, no! There it is. Oh, right. I can't see it in the light. So that is not for the seconds. That is for the seconds. Oh, you'd miss that if you didn't know it was there. Oh, wow. I actually really like that. It's a bit cheeky because I don't have my glasses on, but no, that works for me. Is it working? Pause. Refresh. Okay, so immediately we note there that the seconds slightly off. Now I have the capability of taking that apart, putting that back in the right place, and continuing on. So let's just have a look at some of the old technicals. So in terms of width, it is 43 millimeters wide and 43 millimeters high. The strap comes in, let's see what the old lugs are telling us, using 24 millimeter lugs. Good God, this thing is huge. I mean, I like a big watch. I've got big wrists, but all that has some presence on it. That is, I mean, it is gargantuan. if I was to compare it to, I've got an old Casio here, obviously smashed to pieces, but look at that for sizing. This is massive, but I like a big watch, so I'm quite excited about that being a good thing. From a strap, okay, it feels like exactly as it looks. I'm not gonna say it feels the greatest of quality, but you've got the little logo there. That's a nice touch. Orange stitching on blue. I would like to say leather, but it doesn't actually say genuine leather. So my gut feeling is it isn't actually leather, because usually with these sorts of watches, if there's something they can shout about, they'll do it. Quality-wise, there's a bit of weight to it. I would definitely say this is a weighty feeling watch. I may look at popping the back open just to have a look and see what the inside movement is when I get a chance. I'm just very nosy on those sorts of things. Water resistance doesn't say to what depth. I'm sure, I think it'd be in here. I will never go swimming with this, so, you know, that doesn't really bother me. Fairly standard crown buttons. I mean, for the price paid, I would definitely say it's actually a really good watch. Now, obviously, I will wear this for today. I will come back, do a second part of this video where I'll let you know how much it costs. Technically, I have forgotten, but I'll also then show a picture of what this is a homage to, and then we can make a good comparison of, is this worth the money, and would I recommend buying one? One thing to note, obviously with the square face, they've got the outer numbers here, and it's got a really unusual texture in the middle of that dial, but that does add something to it. It just sort of stops it looking too plain. Yeah, I think so far so good. I'll give it a point for the name there. I'll give it a point for the hidden little window. I'll give it a point for just looking good. And I'll give it a point for a nice wide strap and being big. That in my eyes, those points. I will take a point away. The date window there. Now that is not 100% viewable. If I flick off the lamp, that does not stand out. So I will say that's a little bit down on it. But that's 1 point down, 4 points up. So we'll give it 3 points to start with. I'll come back. We'll talk about it later. I will see you in a minute. And we are back. So this has been on my wrist for the full day. I've had it since it was about 1 o'clock when I logged back on. I've had it on for about 4 hours. Honestly, been a great 4 hours. So things I've noticed about this is, despite it being really big, it does feel very, very comfortable on the wrist. And the strap is quite soft, so it doesn't feel like a shackle on your wrist. It does feel like a very comfortable watch, and with the size, it tends to just sort of sit over the top of the wrist. And by doing that, you know, because it's quite flat, it fits very comfortably across already quite a flat surface. I honestly would say this is one of the more comfortable watches I actually will look to wear in the collection. I haven't noticed any problem with the large corners. Now I can imagine that, you know, if you're wearing this across your wrist, that these might possibly dig in just based on them being size wise, but no, 4 hours of typing, very, very comfortable. Caught myself a couple of times actually, you know, walking past the mirror in the hall and whatnot with it on, and honestly it does look really, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a full sign off of brilliance. So price wise, that's what we all want to know. The price of this particular watch was £10 delivered. That's right, not £10 in total, £10 with shipping and tax on AliExpress. It was, honestly, for this amount of watch, for what you pay, this is an absolute godsend to a collection. Because yes, all right, it could be one of these. Now, that is the thing it's supposed to be. And, all right, that's a really nice watch. But this is a really nice watch. This is £7,000, of which, you could pay it on finance of 150 quid per week. Or a tenner. And no more weeks paid. It is just done. Now, this is, of course, Tag Heuer. It is an automatic. But they're not too far off. And if anything, I feel like this one has got a little bit more to it. More so, I like the fact that the crown and the pushers are on the same side as this one. It's a little bit off. There are other variants, obviously the Tag Monaco, and probably you'd look at one in the Gulf Racing. That probably would be a good one to look at. So I managed to find another one. Where is it? I mean, to be fair, that one as well is a good sign. Again, I think maybe that's the one they've tried to copy a bit. Just looking at the dial little clocks, they've swapped it, but yeah, I think that is the one that they've looked at. But I don't think it's too far off. If anything, and you can call me controversial on this one, you really, let me have both barrels in the comments. I like this one better than that. And I like this one better because it has that inner dial texture. I have seen this all day, and it looks a bit like the moon surface. Now, it seems a bit silly, but I really do like that over that. And it's orange and blue. That's orange and blue. Let's not get caught up on it. I love a orange and blue watch. But when you then tell me that this one is £6,000, not Tag Heuer mod, and that's a tenner, I'd quite happily like to spend my £6,090 on something else, i.e. either more watches or something more worthwhile. But I don't like the Tag Heuer Monaco enough to spend £6,000 on it. My brain will not allow me to do that. But if it comes to buying one of these for a tenner, my brain says absolutely do it. Now, one of the things I would like to see from this is, through continued day-to-day use, how easy that date window is to view. Because in this light, with the light coming down sort of from this way, it's quite hard because there's a shadow. And of course, when you hold it into the light, it's obviously a lot more viewable. In day-to-day, I have found this either to be completely illegible based on the angle I'm holding it, or the most clear thing on the planet, and I've then thought, am I completely wrong, and do I need my eyes retesting again? Time will tell with this, no pun intended, but it's not caused me a problem. It's just been one of those things that at a small glance, I maybe have had to take a little bit of a deeper look. But overall, I think this is a real winner. Now, I will put a link to this in the description, so if you'd like to get one for yourself, please feel free. I'm not affiliated. It's just if you like this, again, I bought this from the seller. It arrived in good time. I'm happy to share that link so others don't have to possibly buy one that isn't going to be as right. But I honestly don't think for this amount of money, of £10, you can go wrong. I mean, literally £10 in this economy does not really buy you a lot of things, but it will buy you something that will make you happy. And this has made me very happy all day. So leave a comment, you know, do you like it? Don't you like it? Will you buy one? Won't you buy one? You know, if you like this, obviously drop me a like. I've got another watch coming later on, probably next week, that will arrive. It says estimate the 20th of January, so hoping, you know, to see that arrive around that date. They usually get shipping times spot on. They don't ever tend to run over by anything more than a day, and that's usually because in our area, you know, we have couriers, and I know the courier lady, and you know, she often has a car filled with packages. The chances are it's late because she's not being able to get it in the car. But no, I'd love to know your opinion on this, but I really think this is a winner, and I'm hoping now that's 2 watches in a row from AliExpress that have been brilliant. The next one I don't think is going to be as brilliant, but I have a plan for that, and that will be in the following video of it. I'm also going to be doing another video coming up very shortly on Seconda, because we're affordable watching. We like Secondas on this channel because they are affordable watches. Naturally, we would want to see some of those. So we'll be going through my collection of those, and honestly, you know, this is going to cause me a problem because this is going to want rich wrist time, and I only have one wrist with which to wear. I don't wear them on the left, I wear them on the right, even though I'm right-handed, and it's a problem apparently that causes a lot of people a lot of stress to see me write with my right hand and have a watch on there. That's their problem, not mine. I, at the moment, have no problem at all. I am sat with a fantastic little chronograph for a tenner, and that's what would you buy £10 with these days? A pizza? In fact, no, you wouldn't even be able to get a pizza at my place. They're about 12 quid, so I'd get 5/6 of a pizza with no additional toppings, no garlic dip, no chips, no chicken wings, nothing. I mean, I'd actually rather have this because their pizza, to be fair, is crap. I don't even know why I use them as an example, but the point is, yes, this is brilliant. Drop a like if you enjoyed this. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And if you like this sort of thing of reviews of cheap watches, pop me a subscribe. I'm going to be doing more things, and I'm also, as I say, going to be doing a video on my Secondas. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.